Hello and welcome back. Today our lesson topic is hand gestures. And this outline is basically what this video will be about. You will learn about the definition of gesture, why knowing about this is important. There will also be a reminder and an intro into hand gestures. Then we will have a conclusion and some questions, and references will be in the end. Now, we begin with the definition of gesture. A gesture is a form of non-verbal communication or non-vocal communication in which visible bodily actions communicate particular messages, either in place of or in conjunction with speech. Gestures include movement of the hands, face, or other parts of the body. Gestures differ from physical non-verbal communication that does not communicate specific messages, such as purely expressive displays, proxemics, or displays of joint attention. Gestures allow individuals to communicate a variety of feelings and thoughts, from contempt and hostility to approval and affection, often together with body language in addition to words when they speak. And again, as always, you may wonder again, why is knowing this important? The reasons are the same as why knowing body language is important, and it is because it will help you connect with people better by allowing you to expand your communication abilities. If you can pick up on tiny gestures the other person makes, you can understand them better, which leads to a better connection and helps avoiding unnecessary conflicts. And again, a reminder that we can never know all the rules another person operates by. However, knowing that differences exist can help to stop you from misinterpreting signals and help you understand why people may act towards you in a certain way. We use our hands a lot when we speak or when we're trying to make a point to someone, but sometimes what's something so little to us can mean something really big to others. So remember to always respect others and always do your research first before doing anything new or going to different places and meeting different people. Also, another reminder that all these facts were found online from Google. None of this belongs to us. Okay, now we officially begin into our topic. Today, we're going to talk about hand gestures mostly. We will talk about more specifically about the rude ones. So just a warning that the following content might not be suitable for all ages, but since it's important to learn what's bad and what not to do and what to be cautious of if you were ever to have the chance to go to other places, we've decided that we will still talk about these. And take note of this, different hand gestures can have different meanings in different countries, so try to keep that in mind always. First up we have here is what most people know as the OK gesture. But I'm betting that most of us didn't know that it could be an insult in different countries. Take a look at these examples here. It could be meant as no problem as in Europe, North America, and Taiwan, but it can also be seen as an insult in Russia, Brazil, and Turkey, or can even be meant as a symbol for money in Japan. And here, even hand gestures we use for numbers could be an insult or sometimes even a blessing, depending on which country you are in. And what we thought was just a hand gesture for 5, or give me 5, or even just hi, actually could be telling someone to go to hell. Of course, depending on if your hands are spread or not, it could also have other different meanings. Like you could only be just telling someone that you're being honest and telling the truth, or you could even be surrendering for something. Okay, this is the gesture that we need to be aware of, because a lot of Taiwanese use the V sign as a symbol for victory, like in Germany, or showing happiness when taking a picture. Taiwanese generally think that this gesture means yay, but beware that this gesture could also stand for provocation. People in the UK or Commonwealth countries may think that you're declaring a fight when they see this gesture. So if you're gonna use it in the different places, make sure that you don't accidentally insult or upset people. And you can actually see that both sides of the yay gesture could have a bad meaning in other countries. If you're interested, you could also look up more meanings in different places to make sure you don't accidentally insult or upset people. And the little pinky in Taiwan, or sometimes in American countries, is usually used for pinky promises or pinky swears. That is, when two parties interlock their little pinky fingers to show that they have reached an agreement and should keep the promises, like the picture here on the bottom right. However, this gesture in other countries can mean that you're telling someone that they suck or they have a small private area. In Taiwan, the rocker gesture, which a lot of people used to say rock on, could yet again be an insult in some places, but could even mean I love you in others. Interesting. And this, the famous like gesture. I'm guessing that almost everyone who has been on the internet has seen a like button somewhere, or has even gave someone a thumbs up gesture at some point in your life. But beware, it doesn't always have a positive meaning all the time. And if you have ever been to a beach with surfers, or if you've ever seen a surfer in person, or even on TV, you're most likely to have seen them use this hand gesture. But here, it says that in Holland, it means that you're asking someone if they want a drink. And in Taiwan, it is used for the number 6 and for the gesture of making a phone call. And this is perhaps the most famous hand gesture of them all. Maybe even more famous than a thumbs up like gesture. The most international language ever used is this, the middle finger. Now, I'm sure that almost everyone would know what this means, even if not specifically what it means, but at least they surely know that it means something bad. If not, well, now you know. So no matter where you go or who you meet, I'm pretty sure that you wouldn't ever use this gesture unless you were really asking someone to fix you up. The Southpaw handshake looks like a name for some sort of secret organization, but really, it's just the gesture where you shake someone else's hands with your left hand instead of your right. Because in a lot of places, the left hand is often used to do dirty work, so you eat with your right hand and wipe with your left, and shake with your right hand too, because honestly, would you like to touch someone else's poop hand? And here, maybe not in Taiwan, but in a lot of Western countries, fingers being crossed together usually means good luck, or if you were going to do something against someone's word behind their backs. But in Vietnam, it resembles a female's private parts. Oh, and don't call someone over as if you were calling a dog. It says here that this gesture could land you in a fight and eventually maybe land you in a prison. And if you thought you could escape accidentally making any rude hand gestures by keeping your hands in your pocket, you're out of luck, because it is considered rude in a lot of places. Lastly, as the famous Russell Peters once taught me, and also by personal experience, this gesture is used a lot with Italians, which can be used when they're trying to make a point or asking, "What in the world are you saying?" in a ruder way. With my family, which are mostly of Arabic descendants, they use this gesture to say, "Wait a moment," or "Please wait." And Russell Peters says that with Indians, it means, "Do you want to eat?" So we come to a conclusion. Gestures are useful in adding emphasis to what is said when people communicate face to face. When used improperly or with people of other cultures, however, they may cause confusion or misunderstanding. Thus, we need to be careful when using gestures with people from other cultures, because what is perceived as positive in one culture may be viewed as negative or even insulting in another. Not many gestures have universal meanings across cultures, maybe an exception for the middle finger, but the same gesture can mean totally different things in different cultures. Therefore, you are advised to use gestures with caution when interacting with foreigners. Also, Always do your research before doing anything or going anywhere that is not familiar with what you normally do. Finally, I would like you to think about these questions. Number 1. What other hand gestures have you seen before and might have felt offensive to you? Number 2. What hand gestures mean something positive to you but could be an insult to others? Number 3. What other reasons would there be about why knowing about hand gestures is important? Thank you for joining us for the lessons. This online course is funded by the Ministry of Education. If you would like to know more about these subjects, please make sure to look out for more videos coming soon. All facts and pictures were found on Google. None of this belongs to us. All rights belong to the creators and the authors that are included in the contents of this video. This video is used only for educational purposes. No harm meant to be done.